Here with my partner, Stephen Cohn, on the Stevenson Broadcast Network, bringing you varsity girls basketball. Stephen, what can you tell us about our Patriots?
Well, Jack, Stevenson enters tonight's game with a record of 19-3 overall and undefeated 7-0 in North Suburban Conference play. Following a roller coaster week, the Patriots hope to pick up a victory this evening as they wind down the conference schedule with 5 games left until the conference championship game. The busy week began last Saturday when the head coach Tom Dean picked up his 800th career victory in his storied high school coaching career when the Pates opened DeKalb's MLK tournament with a 67-28 win over the host DeKalb squad. Stevenson was playing its first game of the season without Butler-bound and leading scorer Taylor Buford, who sprained her right ankle in practice earlier last week. In the second game of the tournament, Stevenson toppled Maine South 63-45 as sophomore point guard Ashley Richardson scored 18 points and Janine Fajardo also added a season-high 17. After being knotted at 23 at the half, the Patriots pushed 40 points onto the board in the second half, allowing for the big victory. On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Stevenson was matched up with Huntley and Illinois-bound Allie Andrews in the semifinal. The 6'2" senior Andrews, who ended with 31 points, took an inbounds pass with 5.2 seconds to play, with the game tied at 48, and she took the basketball down the right sideline, pulled up, and banked in a 14-footer at the buzzer to give the Red Raiders a dramatic 50-48 win, as the Patriots were still missing senior captain Taylor Buford. Senior guard Sophia Way led the Patriots with 20 points and guided them to a 3-point lead entering the fourth quarter. Yet poor perimeter defense, and missing a true inside defensive presence allowed Huntley to come away with the victory. After falling to Boylan in the third-place game for their second loss on Monday, the Patriots jumped back into the conference schedule with a dominating 42-25 win over Warren on Wednesday night. While Buford missed their 5th straight game, Stevenson stepped up their defense and held Warren's leading scorer, Nefeli Papadakis, to only 7 points. The Pates, ranked number 6 in the state, hope to pick up another win tonight before traveling to Zion Bennett on Tuesday night for their penultimate road game of the season as they drive towards the state playoffs. Jack, what do you have for our Lake Zurich pregame?
Well, Stephen, the Bears come to this game sporting a record of 9-10, and now to some keys to the game.
Okay, well, our first key to the game, Jack, is for Stevenson. They have to make their outside shot. And right now, if you're watching here on High School Cube on the Stevenson Broadcast Network, Jason Braybrick is he's getting a scholarship, looks like, for being the Athlete of the Month. He won some contest, online voting contest. And right now, the defensive end for the state championship.
Check that linebacker.
Linebacker, check, yeah. For the 8A state champion Stevenson Patriots football team, being awarded with a $250 check. Most of the football team also in attendance, along with Coach McNamara this evening.
That is a lot of Chipotle burritos.
Yeah, that's a lot. But right now, back to the keys of the game. First key, Stevenson got to make their outside shots. Yeah.
Seeing that both these teams are very balanced, the height difference is not very big. So mainly 5'11", two 5'11" guys on each team, women, should I say, and a lot of players off the bench. And it should be a very balanced game so far. But yeah, making those outside shots is what's going to show who's going to be the winner in this game.
Second key, just like that. We know Taylor Buford is playing tonight, but Stevenson has to find a way to win the rebounding battle. Third key to the game. Stevenson at 7-0 in conference. They have to know what's at stake as they're close to getting into a conference championship game. We'll be right back on the Stevenson Broadcast Network after the national anthem. And welcome back to Lincoln Center, Illinois, here inside the Adelaide Stevenson High School Sports Center. Alongside Jack Buttock Bully, I am Stephen Cohen, bringing you North Suburban Conference Girls Varsity Basketball action between your 19-3 Stevenson Patriots and the 9-10 Lake Zurich Bears. This evening, Jack, you want to do the Stevenson starting lineup?
And for Stevenson's girls varsity team, we have number 12, Skylar Blackstock. Number 13, Kiana Senkula. Number 15, Ashley Richardson. Number 22, Janine Fajardo. And number 32, the senior, Sophia Way.
And Stevenson is coached by head coach Tom Dean, who now has 802 wins in his storied high school coaching career, also assisted by Allison Mucci and Mike Fitzgerald. We'll get the Lake Zurich lineups quickly to you as soon as possible.
And just a reminder to everyone watching, Stevenson students, tomorrow is Winterfest, and you can buy tickets at the door. So if you have nothing to do tomorrow night, make sure you head up to Stevenson. Have a great time, Winterfest. And for your Lake Zurich starting lineup, we have number 4, Vanessa DiVincenzo. We have number 5, the leading scorer for Lake Zurich, Ellie Daleski. And next, for Lake Zurich, we have number 12, Rachel Cool. And also number 11, Rachel Dawson. And their last player, who is a guard, standing at 5'9", Abby Perot.
And the Bears are coached by Chris Bennett, assisted by Michael Kaufman and Johanna Silverson. Team manager Nathan Holbrook.
So very surprising out of Stevenson, starting 2 of their freshmen. A lot of trust going into the Stevenson girls varsity team.
Yeah, especially surprising Taylor Buford suited up for this evening's game after missing 5 straight games. Stevenson with 3-2 in her absence, suited up for today, not starting. We'll see how much playing time she gets against the really scuffling Lake Zurich team that's heading into the state playoffs in 2 weeks. And a pretty tall Lake Zurich lineup tonight. 5'10" is Dalesk, and 5'9" is Perone, a 5'9" guard. So
Yeah.
that's some height.
Ellie Dalesk, in the last 5 games, has been averaging 15 points per game, so a lot to expect out of her.
And make sure that you listen to our upcoming broadcast here on the Stevenson Broadcast Network next Friday, January 30th, as their girls varsity takes on their final home game of the season against Mundelein. And on Tuesday, February 3rd, Jack and I will have the call as The Stevenson boys team takes on Lake Zurich. And here we go, just about ready for the tip. Stevenson in the home whites, green and gold lettering down the side. Sophia Wade goes up for a tip against number 5, DeLeste. Hands hold on. Still ends up in the hands of Stevenson. Richardson with the ball. Richardson guarded by Dawson. Passes the Blackstock inside to number 13, Sankula. Goes up for a layup, and it's 2-0 early.
And already great ball movement by Stevenson so far. A lot of pride.
Inside presence down there is number 5, Ellie DeLeste, 5'10" forward for the Bears. Really working Sankula with that height advantage right now. It's going to be a jump shot just inside the perimeter for number 12, Rachel Core. It's going to get carried out of bounds. It's going to be Stevenson ball.
And Lake Zurich working a great strategy, trying to get one of their men open, and they're doing a great job of it.
Right there, Richardson trying to work inside, spins on Dawson. Outside 4-3 is number 22, Janine Fajardo, and it's 5-0 the first minute.
And just like one of our keys of the game, those outside shooting, and Fajardo with some range.
Stevenson really keeping the Bears getting nothing outside on the perimeter. Great 2-3, great man-to-man zone right now by the Patriots. Someone also at 2-3. It's Fajardo. Check that. We're going to have a 1-3-1. Right now, Way and Fajardo up top. Lake Zurich not getting anything inside. Works the ball, tries to get it to DeLeste. Going to be tipped out of bounds. But you got to like to see that Lake Zurich finally trying to force the ball inside, even if it's a force.
Yeah, and Kiana Sankula, the freshman, showing why she deserves to be on the squad. Great aggression right there to get the ball out of bounds.
An open 3 for Perone. It's going to be airballed. Rebound after Richardson picks it up. Moves in transition. Another open 3 passed up by Fajardo. Drives inside. Hands it off to Richardson. Richardson goes off the glass for 2, and it's 7-0 now. 6:05 here to go in the first quarter.
And a fast start by Stevenson. That's what you want to see. Get the lead and get the lead early.
DiVincenzo with the ball outside the perimeter. Over to Perone. Back to DiVincenzo. Tries to force it inside right there to Dawson. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bears. Stevenson right now very handsy on defense.
And Stevenson with 3 assists on 3 made field goals so far this game.
Right there we're going to see DeLeste, the leading scorer, take it inside. Goes up with one hand off the glass. And that's where the high advantage might hurt tonight.
Yes, it will, Steven.
And we've seen other times this year, especially against Palatine 3 weeks ago. Stevenson really struggled to pull away against Palatine, having a few, especially Monica Massini, 6'3". It was tough for Stevenson to really pull away because she had 25 points that game. See if the same thing with DeLeste this evening. Over to Core. Outside of Perone. Perone going to dribble back up top. Eric pass to DiVincenzo, and it's going to be a turnover first of the game for the Bears.
And being down 5 points right in the first quarter, very hard pass to make, but I mean, when you're down that amount of points, you have to make those.
And right there, while the ball was being thrown in bounds, you saw Skylar Blackstock, a freshman, go over and talk to Coach Tom Deneen. That's what makes him so great. He's going to help his players, especially in the game, and they have the respect for a guy with 800 high school wins to really listen to him and make those in-game adjustments. So.
And Stevenson, 3 for 5 from the field goal with 3 assists, like I said before.
Kerr to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo over to Dawson. Dawson to Perone. Perone passes up the shot from the free throw line. Misses the drive, maybe a travel or offensive foul right there. Offensive rebound, though, goes to the Bears. And over to DeLeste. Back to DiVincenzo. Over to Kerr. A lot of movement on the strong side for the Bears. Nothing on the weak side. But doesn't matter. DeLeste once again goes up off the glass, and she's forward.
A little shove by DeLeste into Richardson. No call.
Richardson takes all the way herself. Gets the shot to go in. One, it's 9-4 midway through the first.
And just set up that three-point play. Richardson, the sophomore, bright future for Stevenson.
And Richardson's been the MVP of a lot of tournaments so far this year, especially one over the break at Dundee Crown. She was on that all-star team, all-tournament team with teammate Taylor Buford. Gets the one shot to go from the free throw line. Stevenson's full court pressure. DeLusk with the ball. DiVincenzo double teamed, almost trapped by Fajardo. And Richardson gets it past half court with Dawson. Back to DiVincenzo. Tries to drive through the pressure. And it's going to be the first team foul for the Patriots, called on number 22, Janine Fajardo.
And DeLusk, all right, 2 for 2, 4 points and 1 foul.
And that's efficient, especially a team already down by 6. Let's get something going. Right there, Kurt back to DiVincenzo. A lot of movement on the perimeter. Nothing really inside except the DeLusk. No screen set. You just don't see much like chemistry between this Bears squad. It's like they haven't played much together this season. Right there, a turnover forced by Richardson. Step back for a 3, missed. Rebound goes to Dawson. DiVincenzo loses handle of it, pushed by Fajardo. It's going to be her second foul in the first 5 minutes, and she might be coming out of the game.
And DeLusk consistently asking for the ball from her teammates, just like that movie Kicking and Screaming, pass to the Italians. It's always just pass to DeLusk.
Good theme to look forward for this evening.
Yeah.
I like it. Once again, you're listening to the Stevenson Broadcast Network alongside Jack Butt-Foley. I'm Stephen Cohen. 3:05 here to go in the first quarter. Stevenson up 10, 2, 4, all 4 Bear points coming from Ellie DeLusk. Right now, still, Lake Zurich not getting anything. Fajardo almost with a steal. Back to DeLusk. DeLusk going to drive in after the fake. Passes it back out to Perone. Perone back to Kerr, and they reset the offense. Out to DeLusk on the perimeter. She has that range. And Stevenson really playing defense inside that lane. Great defensive rebound right there by Fajardo. Pushes in transition. And she's going to lose handle. The ball just kicks off her foot. And Lake Zurich ball, first turnover for the Patriots.
And just little mistakes by Fajardo. 2 little fouls. And now she's checking out of the game. In for her is number 21, Melanie DeSpinach. And out of the game for Lake Zurich, number 4, Vanessa DiVincenzo.
Checks in Frankie Nesca, 5'3" guard. So they gain an inch of height at that point guard position. Football team, right? Cheers for the Patriots with a defense right now. And Lake Zurich works it on the perimeter. Double teamed. Back out to Kerr. To DeLusk. DeLusk tries to dribble around the pressure. 2 quick passes there by the Bears. The pass, maybe a shot tipped. Dawson shot tipped. Stevenson transition. Blackstop to Richardson. Richardson goes up for the easy layup after the shot fake on Ellie DeLusk. And Lake Zurich forced to call a timeout, down 12-4. Ashley Richardson, 7 points. First 6 minutes.
And Winterfest party pro tip for parents. Booze rhymes with lose. It's Winterfest dance weekend, and the Stand Strong Community Coalition, which includes Stevenson as a partner, reminds parents that they face stiff, legal, and financial penalties for allowing or encouraging parties in their homes with illegal alcohol use. The digest included a breakdown of legal consequences for social hosting before the homecoming dance in October. For parents who want to ensure a safe celebration for teens, here are 8 tips from the Lake Forest-based Speak Up Prevention Coalition. So if you want to check that out, go online, search eMinuteman, and then find shsdailydigest.wordpress.com to be safe and to be a safe parent.
We got a nice crowd on this Friday night, first Friday of second semester here at Stevenson High School. A lot of fun stuff coming on the next couple of weeks at school. Tomorrow, obviously, Winterfest, as Jack has mentioned. Next weekend, the World's Fair. cool celebration held every year here at Stevenson.
And Stevenson racking up them assists, man. 4 assists on the last 5 made shots. Pretty incredible with the score standing at 12-4.
And only making 1 3-point shot so far this game, really working the ball inside. I see it often today by Richardson. Right there, Scouter Blackstock intercepts that pass like Richard Sherman, goes all the way for the fast break layup, and it's 14-4.
Great fast break play by Lake Zurich. And that check that for Stevenson, and they're keeping up that momentum.
And Lake Zurich back to Kerr, outside to Perone, over to Nasca, and just a lot of outside ball movement that's not really giving the Bears any good looks, mostly because Stevenson's 2-3 defense is really working wonders here in the first quarter. Just under 50 seconds left now to go in the first, 14-4. Lake Zurich's 4 points coming from Ellie DeLes. A trap on DeLes. Has to force the ball back outside. And they've taken a shot now with 40 seconds with the ball. DeLes inside. Going to go up with it. And they're going to call a foul. It looks like on Stevenson. It's going to be a shooting foul since DeLes to the line. The foul is on number 32, Sophia Way. And 2 shots for Ellie DeLes.
And DeLes seems to be the only one putting up points for Lake Zurich so far.
She's the only one that's hit the rim for Lake Zurich so far.
That is true.
We've seen a few blocks, especially Dawson had a shot that was blocked. Perone had an air ball from the deep corner. We saw 1 shot from just inside the perimeter, just tip off the front end of the rim. She's the only one that can get the ball up.
And she seems to be frustrated and annoyed by Stevenson's student section.
Hey, I think it's kind of cool with the 8A football state champs for booing me while I was shooting free throws.
I wish they would, but I'd never be on the basketball court.
25 seconds left. Richardson dribbling the ball outside. Absolutely no movement. All 4 Patriots standing on the free throw line. I've never seen this play before. Maybe we're going to get some isolation right now. 12 seconds to go, 14-6. Everyone starts moving. A back screen set by Blackstock. Ball away. Way inside to Richardson. The ball is tipped out of bounds. Stays with Stevenson with 4.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Let's see if Richardson can make something out of this 5 seconds.
Got several scoring threats right here. Richardson. Looks like she's going to take the shot. Drives inside. Goes up with it. The girl travel before she gets the shot up. And with 2.1 seconds left, we're going to get to see if someone... a few subs have checked in for the Bears. Grace Kinsey. That's going to be, though, Kerr. That's going to take a deep 3. Misses from the corner. Can't get it to go, but after 1 quarter, Stevenson up 14-6. Dominating first quarter. Ellie DeLes with all 6 for the Bears. We'll be back right after this short break. And welcome back to Adelaide Stevenson High School here in Lincolnshire, Illinois, the second best high school in the nation according to Niche. And tonight, on this blustery Friday evening, Jack Buck, Bully, and I have the call here in the Stevenson Broadcast Network as your Stevenson Patriots take on the Lake Zurich Bears in this North Suburban Conference matchup. After a quarter, Stevenson up 14-6. And the Bears start off this second quarter with the ball. Allie DeLess with all 6 in the first quarter for the Bears. Number 30, Grace Kinsey is checked in to the game, as well for Lake Zurich, along with McKenna Zobel, number 14, 5'11". So that's a big inside presence that Stevenson might have trouble with this quarter. Ball swung around her, goes up, misses the 10-foot jump shot. A great rebound right there by the Spinach. Pushes in transition to Blackstock. Blackstock tries to get some, and it's not going to go to charge on Blackstock, even though number 3, Frankie Nasca, fell down. And that's her first foul, second team foul for the Bears.
And rough time for Lake Zurich so far. Spinach, or check that. DeLess with their only points. The rest of LZ 0 for 5 with 3 turnovers. Just a rough outing.
Yeah, especially after a full quarter. Not even like running plays at this point. They're just passing the ball outside the perimeter, hoping to find a lapse in the Stevenson defense right there. Kerr passes it to number 3, Frankie Nasca, who finally gets a shot to go over the Bears. It's a 3, and it's 14-9.
And that just made this ball game within 5 points. Crazy stuff.
That just because Stevenson having a lot of slow possessions as well. And there, almost a turnover by Blackstock. Loses handle of the ball, recovers, passes the Way. Way dribbles, steps back for the floater, and it's good.
Kind of like Dirt Nowitzki there.
Yeah. She's got moves. She played AAU, and right as of now, she's not playing college, but the offers are there.
Anything can happen.
Stevenson 19-3, great defense in the 1-3-1. And right there, the shot by Kinsey just falls short on the front end. Grabs the offensive rebound. Something we had Stevenson they need to get more of tonight to win this game, win that battle. Right there, DeLess. Double teamed at the charity stripe. And that's going to be a turnover on Kinsey. It looks like he might have bounced off Zobel. It's going to be Stevenson ball.
And for the Patriots, Skylar Blackstock already getting herself 3 assists.
And she's only a freshman.
And she is only a freshman along with Kiana Senkula. Senkula, I believe it is.
Yeah. Her brother played sophomore basketball last year.
Jesse Senkula.
Yeah. He's huge.
He's a big man.
And so a young core right now, especially starting in this conference game, a much-needed conference game for the Patriots, and having Coach Deneen have the confidence to start freshmen means the next few years for Stevenson girls basketball looking pretty bright. Right there, Blackstock with a shot fake on the left, drives inside, off the glass, and it's good. Great shot by Blackstock.
And Blackstock, such an elusive player, maneuvers around Lake Zurich. Nice score for Stevenson.
Into the corner, Zobel passes it back out to Nasca. Over to Kinsey. 4-3 is Nasca once again. Checking the heat stroke on that one. Rebound by the Spinach. Lost handle, passed ahead to Senkula. And Richardson with another shot fake off the glass. Hits the rim twice and in. And she has 9.
Nice put off the glass for Richardson. Tallying up to 9. And Richardson, she was in my gym class last semester. I didn't even realize it. And we played badminton against each other once. She's pretty good, I have to say.
Right there, Nasca goes for her 3rd consecutive possession with a 3 missed. Going a bit of a Kobe right now. Made 1-3, felt confident. Looks like something fell on the ground. Might be a headband or a wristband right there. Nasca drives inside. Kind of just has the ball stripped away from her by the Spinach. And the Spinach passes ahead to Richardson. Richardson in the corner gets a Blackstock driving to the hoop. Back out to the Spinach. The Spinach for a deep 2, missed. Rebound to DeLess. And a timeout that's going to be called. Second charge timeout by the Bears.
And Spanish teacher Manolo Sanchez Ryder and his Park Ridge Rogues teammates finished 2nd in their division last weekend at the King Cup in Las Vegas. the nation's largest adult men's soccer tournament. The Rogues reached the national championship game of the Luther division in the over 40 recreational division.
I'm glad those stories like that make the Daily Digest. It can't all be about what's going on at the school.
I mean, I have no clue where that came from. Came from left field, and
That's a different sport.
that's Stevenson for you. That is a different sport. Yeah.
Hey, and boys basketball team playing at Libertyville tonight, and they're still ranked number 1 in the state, so that's kind of good.
All right. And we're getting back to the game. 4:12 left in the second quarter. Your Stevenson Patriots are up 20-9.
Dribbling is Kinsey. Kinsey finds a lapse in the defense, passes to Kerr. Kerr back up to Naska. Naska now 2 for 4 on threes, and she has 6 points. And Ellie DeLess is checked out of the game. Quite surprising considering she was the only offense they could get in the first quarter. Over to Richardson. Richardson drives in. Wants the foul, not going to get it. And right there, though, on the rebound, Rachel Dawson, number 11, stepped out of bounds. And that's costly for Lake Zurich, down by 8 right now, and a chance to make it a 2-possession game with under 4 minutes to go until the half.
And Richardson, 9 points, 4 for 6 from the field. That ball run.
And that's going to be costly. Right there for Stevenson had a chance given them by Dawson, who stepped out of bounds. And the poor inbounds pass that Sophia Wade just couldn't catch up to. And Lake Zurich ball. Vanessa DiVincenzo was checked back into the game.
It appears she was limping as she was walking across mid-court.
Oh, Gimpy. Right there, though. Naska for another 3. That one just in and out. And the Spinach runs the fast break. But Naska gets a steal. She's going to take it all the way. Sophia Wade trailing her, goes off the glass, and good. She's 8 and 20-14 with 3:10 to go in the first half.
And Lake Zurich giving them a run for their money. Stevenson 19-3. Lake Zurich 9-10.
Still no sign of Taylor Buford again tonight's game, but right there is Chukwuka Sankula with 4 points now. Drives in off the glass and good. Stevenson extends their lead back up to 8. And Naska wide open for another 3, passes that one up. And the pass by Kerr too high for the 5'2 DiVincenzo. It's going to be another turnover for the Bears.
That's been a struggle for Lake Zurich, is the passing game. Number 4, Vanessa DiVincenzo, not the tallest of the bunch, so you got to hit her in the chest. Stevenson will check it in.
Richardson just over 2.5 to go in the first half. Guarded by DiVincenzo. To Blackstock in the corner. Blackstock forces the pass down to Way. Way called for her second travel into the game. Usually not a problem with the senior point guard.
And just that little bit of foot movement was enough for the referee to call that one.
They're seeing they're really double teaming Way down low, not giving her anything inside, trying to make the rest of Stevenson step up with Buford still out. Right there, a 2 by Vanessa DiVincenzo, her first bucket of the game. It's a 6-point game. Richardson to Blackstock. Ball tipped by Dawson. Back out to Way. Way to Spinach for 3, and it's good! And to Spinach. And everyone out there for Stevenson right now has scored.
And Spinach's first points of the game. Knocking down that 3.
Naska DiVincenzo to DeLess. Still really no movement on the weak side at all. And Naska puts up a 3 after an offensive foul off the ball. Makes that one, and she's obviously a threat to make 3, something Stevenson has to watch out for in the second half as Lake Zurich tries to make a run back into this game.
And Stevenson with only one missed shot in the second quarter as time's running down with 1:21 left.
And right there, Way to Blackstock. Blackstock has the ball knocked off a Lake Zurich defender, and the ball is going to stay with Stevenson. 79 seconds to go in the first half. to the spinach for 3. And it's going to check that. It's going to be a 2. 1 foot must have been on the arc. Ref was right on top of that one. And it's a 12-point lead once again for the Patriots, their biggest of the game.
And Stevenson now showing them why they are one of the best teams in the state.
DiVincenzo to Kerr. Under a minute now to go in the second quarter. DiVincenzo with the floater. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound off the glass. Not good. And a scuffle for the ball. Blackstock takes it away. In transition to Richardson in the corner. Back out to check that Blackstock. Blackstock goes up for the shot. It's good.
A lot of inside shots made by Stevenson. Lake Zurich really can't stop them in their aggressiveness down low. Very great job for the Patriots.
Lake Zurich looking aggressive right now. Not going to take the last shot. That's going to be Delesk, who misses her first shot of the second quarter. Blackstock once again pushing it in transition. And DiVincenzo puts it up and good and 1.
And that's 2 in a row for Blackstock, getting down low and making those nice shots.
Really aggressive freshman. And being on the team the whole year and having a role on this team the whole year has really helped her gain her confidence. That allows her to feel confident enough to not just pass it off to Richardson her way, but take it in transition by herself. Right now, misses the free throw. The spinach comes away with the rebound. Misses the putback. And 8 seconds left. Lake Zurich with the ball. Deleski's going to put it up. The football team messed with the Bears right there. Forced them to take a shot by counting down early. Rebound one to Richardson. After half a play, Stevenson's up 31-16. Rejoin us with second half action after this halftime break with entertainment by the Patriots and the Stevenson High School Marching Band. And good evening, and welcome back here to the Stevenson Sports Center in Lincolnshire, Illinois. As alongside Jack Buckaboli, I am Stephen Cohn, bringing you girls varsity basketball here in the North Suburban Conference between your 19-3 6th ranked Stevenson Patriots and the 9-10 Lake Zurich Bears. After half a play, Stevenson, after struggling to regain momentum after that first quarter, the lead was down to 22-16, but Stevenson ended the half on a 9-0 run, led by especially 9 points from Ashley Richardson and a big 8 points from Schuyler Blackstock that gave them a 31-16 lead going into the second half. Jack, what was one thing that you really liked that stood out to you in that first half?
Well, one thing that stood out to me in this first half would have to be number 3 for Lake Zurich, Frankie Nasca, putting up 2 3-pointers in the last few minutes of the game. Just stellar.
Right there, though, Sophia Way has a chance to put up her own 3-point player here early in the second half. Goes up for a shot and fouled. And that's her first bucket of the game. She had a few troubles there in the first half. Really struggling to get herself going this evening. Check that, 4 points.
And Sophia Way, prominent part of the freshman mentor program. She's one of the executive board members, very active in the extracurriculars here at Stevenson.
Right there we go with DiVincenzo. Outside the perimeter, still a lot of movement now onto the strong side. Really, Lake Zurich following the ball. Not what you want to see from a team trying to get back here in an 18-point deficit. Delescu had all 6 there in the first quarter. Passed the ball off to number 12, Rachel Kerr, who missed the shot. Rebound goes to Spinach, gains handle, and throws it ahead to Sophia Way, who didn't know it was coming. And very athletic play by her to have the. She's able to get the ball. And Schuyler Blackstock gets the offensive rebound, passes it back to Spinach, and the Spinach makes her third shot of the game, and Stevenson has their biggest lead at 20.
And a balanced scoreboard for the Patriots. Every player having 4 more points, so good to see everyone's active.
And a rugby match on the ground all of a sudden. Jump ball, it's going to go to the Patriots.
And Stevenson's defense switching it up to a 2-1-2.
And we've seen recently, especially, it's going to be Lake Zurich ball. They have the possession arrow. It was wrong on the scoreboard. But we saw just Wednesday, Stevenson beat Warren 42-25. So even though Stevenson struggled with offense that game, that great defensive effort we saw on Wednesday really continuing on to today's game.
And still no sight of Taylor Buford.
And 2 timeouts left for the Bears after they got their third charge timeout.
And Patriot sectional performance on High School Cube. The varsity Patriots will compete in the Illinois High School Association Class 3A DeKalb sectional in competitive dance on Saturday. Stevenson is scheduled to perform at 3:32 p.m. The sectional will be carried live on High School Cube. If you want to watch, make sure you go to Stevenson's page on thecube.com or highschoolcube.com.
Hey, and you know, this is obviously the year for Stevenson sports. If you didn't know, the girls bowling team Once again, a lot of movement on the perimeter. Nasca guarded heavily by Way. Nasca to Dawson. Inside to DeLusk. DeLusk misses. Gets her own rebound. Double teamed under the basket. Kicks it back out to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo for the shot from the free throw line, and it's good. And she has 8 points. 6 points now on the game.
And Richardson taking the ball up. She has 5 assists on the game.
To go with 9 points.
To go with those 9 points. Having a day.
Melanie is spinach. Misses the shot. Offensive rebound by Sophia Way. And she's fouled. Coming back down. It's going to be on the ground. And second team foul for Lake Zurich this half. No team fouls still this half for the Patriots. Out to Way. Check that to Spinach. The Spinach misses off the front end. DiVincenzo gets the rebound. And the Spinach fouls her. Her first personal foul.
And going in for Lake Zurich, number 30, Grace Kinsey. And number 24, Nicole Gaggiano. Coming out of the games, number 12 and number 11, Rachel Kerr and Rachel Dawson, respectively.
Right now, a really, really short squad out there. 3 players right there for Lake Zurich, 5'3" or shorter. We'll see if they're really trying to get back in this game through the perimeter. And it looks like that's the goal right now. Nasca misses the shot, but ball tipped out of bounds by the Patriots. And Lake Zurich retains possession. Someone has to pass the ball in for the Bears. And inside to DeLusk. DeLusk with the double dribble travel kind of thing right there. Kind of never had possession of the ball, just walked with it. And 2:30 to go now. 42-24. Stevenson up big.
And DeLusk, no points since the first quarter breakout, where she had a nice little roll of 6 points. Can't seem to find any ways through the Stevenson defense.
Way goes up with one hand, misses, fights for the rebound, jump ball, and this time it's going to go to Stevenson after the possession arrow was wrong earlier in the quarter. Tom Deneen has to be very happy with his team right now as he goes for win number 803. And he had a lot of those wins at BG, obviously, or at Buffalo Grove, where he won a state championship a decade ago. And great crossover right there by Richardson. Ball movement worked inside to number 13, Kiana Sankula. And Stevenson's up by 20. And she's also a freshman, as fans cheer.
A nice ball movement by Lake Zurich.
Inside to DeLusk, and she has her first bucket since the first quarter. 9 minutes to go here in the game. 1 minute to go here in the third. And Lake Zurich going down by 18. Let's see if they try to pressure Stevenson here outside the perimeter. And inside is Blackstock. Misses. Offensive rebound by Richardson. Fouled going up for the putback. She has 2 shots coming her way. And we haven't seen many free throws tonight for either side.
And Blackstock going 6 for 8. 12 points already and 2 steals.
Okay, that's efficient. Like,
for a freshman, that is more than efficient. That is a star player.
Well, we've given out MVPs and these Stevenson Broadcast Network broadcast to guys like Parker Nichols on the boys team when he didn't score a point. But right now, Skyward Blackstock, huge game tonight, and it's a big part because of her points. She's checked out of the game, though, for number 30. Madison Wickland. And right there, Richardson makes both free throws. 1:05 to go here in the third quarter. And DiVincenzo brings up the ball to Nasca. Swings over to Gaggiano. Back to Gaggiano. Back to Nasca. Nasca drives in. Over to Kinsey. Kinsey gets trapped with the ball. Has to pass it back out. Nasca passes up another 3. And this time Nasca's going to take the 3. Misses. That one wide. Right. And they can't get out. Didn't go right now. Finally, Nicole Gaggiano gets the third putback to go. And 25 seconds left. Stevenson will see if they hold for the final shot.
And just like the time before, Stevenson just sitting there, perched, waiting for that clock to hit around 10 seconds. Then they make their move.
And right there at the buzzer, that shot by Gillespie hits the top of the basket where we have our GoPro cam for the Slam Camming boys games. Right now the girls up by 18 going to the fourth quarter, 46-28. Make sure to join us for the fourth quarter and post-game coverage after this short break on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. And we're back here in the Stevenson Broadcast Network alongside Jack Budicoli. I'm Stephen Cohn bringing you Stevenson Patriots versus the Lake Zurich Bears here. It's in the fourth quarter. Stevenson up 46-28. Lake Zurich begins his quarter with the ball inside to number 12, Rachel Kerr. Kicked off the foot of Sophia Way. It's going to stay with the Bears. Right now out there for the Bears, number 24, Nicole Gaggiano. Number 3, Frankie Nasca. Number 5, Ellie Deleste. 30, Grace Kinsey. And number 12, Rachel Kerr. That's Kinsey. She had an open 3. Inside the Zobel. And she takes a shot, makes it. 16-point game. No full court pressure right there by Lake Zurich. Kind of surprising, considering now by 16.
And this is Zobel's first time in. One of the taller players for Lake Zurich. And Stevenson going in for the score, number 30. Madison Wickland, who is also first time in the Patriots.
Right there, Kerr with the ball in the corner. Out to number 30, Kinsey. Kinsey misses off the front end. And Stevenson going to slow it down. Way. Sankula for a quick 3. And it's good. And Stevenson's up by 21, 51-30.
And Nasca's going to dribble it up. Ball movement over to the middle. Number 14, Zobel, missed the shot. Way's going to take it up midcourt.
Way going all the way. Loses handle of the ball. Jump ball. Possession Stevenson. And with 6:27 to go, Stevenson's going to get the ball on the baseline.
And Sophia's having her way tonight.
She might not have all the points in the world, only 7, but being very aggressive with the ball. Which is something you want to see. Especially with a team playing without Taylor Buford for the 6th straight game, even though this evening at least she suited up. And number 30, Grace Kinsey with the ball. To Zobel, back to Kinsey. Across court to Nasca. Nasca to the corner with Kerr. Back to Nasca. To Zobel. Zobel inside, misses. Offensive rebound right there, almost by Gaggiano. Richardson comes away with it in transition. Gotta slow it down to Wickland. Wickland bounce pass to Sankula. Sankula driving it all the way. Gets blocked by Zobel. Ball stands up in her hands to her surprise. And Nasca to Kinsey. To Kerr. Misses the shot with an air ball. She hears it from the football team in the stands. And ready for check-in for the Bears is Megan Holbrook. Wickland to Fajardo. Fajardo inside. Gets fouled. 2 shots. 5:25 to go.
And Janine Fajardo may be one of the smaller players for Stevenson, but definitely packs a punch when she drives up the middle, not taking anything from the defenders.
Yeah, she's not afraid to take shots. We've seen that in the Palatine game a few weeks ago, seen that tonight. She's not afraid to really have the ball in her hands when it's crunch time, especially when Stevenson needs some momentum. Checking into the game, number 32, Teresa Baumann, and number 15, Megan Holbrook. And in for Stevenson is number 33, Claire Steffens. Sophia Way is checked out. Her night probably over. And right there, also now, 23, Izzy Palmer-Mick in for Fajardo. Up by 23 with 5.5 to go. To Holbrook to Nasca. Back to Baumann. Great steal right there by Wickland. Pushes in transition. In the corner. And a 3 is good by Izzy Palmer-Mick.
And that's another freshman for you. Stevenson packing on the freshman, giving them some experience, and it's definitely paying off for the future of the franchise.
Don't know how the freshman team's doing, but if those 4 girls were on the freshman team, I don't know. They'd win every game by 50.
What a great.
4:30 to go. And Nasco, some sweet dribbling right there. At this point, you just want to see Zurich, especially Coach Chris Bennett for the Bears. You just want to see his team be efficient, run some plays, and get some of their bench people right now into the game with opportunities as you near state playoffs that you want to see them be able to step up in moments. Right now, Palmer-Mick for another 3. Then when hits off the rim. And Stevenson fights for the rebound. Looks like that was Wickland's on the ground. And ready to check in once again, number 12, Skyward Blackstock. And for the Bears, number 14, McKenna Zobel. Three freshmen out there for a varsity team for the Patriots at this moment.
And checking in for Lake Zurich, number 23, Marin Allgood. And maybe related to Noah Allgood, who was the LZ quarterback last year for their great run against Stevenson.
And the conference championship.
Which they lost against Stevenson in the conference championship.
That was a good game.
It was a very good game, which I called. And number 32 for Lake Zurich, Teresa Baumann just plowing over Patriots. Didn't know it was snowing outside, but guess it is.
And right there, Holbrook. She double dribbles. Another turnover for the Bears, which has been a theme this evening, as they haven't really been able to put together many sufficient runs to combat Stevenson's momentum, and especially their ability to work in transition, get a lot of points. Right there, Wickland just driving through the defense. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound, ball tipped out of bounds by, looks like, number 30, Grace Kenzie, who's checking out of the game now for number 21, Allison Tribula.
And Stevenson, a huge lead right now, 26, scores at 56-30.
And that's something at 7-0 in conference. They're trying to run the table here. They know in 2 weeks, or 2.5 weeks, they could be hosting the conference championship in this gym. And that's where they want to be playing a team like North Chicago or whoever is in first place in the Prairie Division. You want to be playing them here at this gym and know that you have a chance to get a number 1 seed in the 4A state tournament next month.
And the Patriots Wickland for the Patriots. Madison, who's a sophomore, standing at 5'10". 4 rebounds for herself in the last 5 minutes. Pretty impressive. Uh, like we said all game, efficiency is key, and Stevenson has been capitalizing on that. And so far in this game, the downfall of Lake Zurich has been because of the turnovers, 12 so far in the game. Very distracting for them and frustrating at the same time.
Right there, great shot by number 33, Claire Steffens, 5'10" freshman. And who knows, she might run her a few inches, and students might have a 6'1", 6'2" center on their hands for the next few years in the program. .226 to go. Stevenson 58-30. This is not that 42-25 game they had just 2 days ago. Stevenson really has dominated Lake Zurich all evening. It was 22-16 at one point. Since then, Stevenson on a 36-14 run, and that's what you want to see from a team looking to go far and play Bloomington on March 6th and March 7th.
Couldn't agree anymore with you, Steven. And Lake Zurich just struggling in and out of this quarter. Only 2 points in the last 6 minutes of play. That's not what you want to hear for head coach Chris Bennett for Lake Zurich.
Not trying to put them down, but you haven't seen much ball movement outside the perimeter. You haven't seen really anyone, an inside presence work down low. You've seen a lot of costly turnovers, and not any screens or plays that seem to be called. This team really struggling, and that's why they sit at 9-10, a 9-11 mark in the next minute and 50.
And it's very hard for Lake Zurich. The depth of their team is not very far. Right now they have their backups in, or their second line.
And it looked like we were going to wait for a big night from Ellie DeLess. It just didn't show up, and right there, another shot by Skylar Blackstock. She has 14 to lead the Patriots. Great night by her. Probably the best game she's had so far in her young Stevenson career. And a foul right there. Looks like it's going to be called on Steffens. Once again, alongside Jack Buck-Foley, I'm Stephen Cohn, broadcasting here on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. You're watching it on thecube.com.
And now Lake Zurich, 13 turnovers. Nothing helping their cause. Just struggling around the arcs and struggling down low.
And all you see right now is Holbrook dribbling. Passes it to number 23, Allgood. To Heffernan. And a 14th turnover. That one was just passed. To number 23. Ahead to Blackstock. Blackstock passed too high for the 5'9" freshman. He's going to go to Lake Zurich. 58.8 now to go in the game.
And Stevenson not even calling one timeout throughout the entire game, not needing it, just wanting this clock to run by and claim the W on this game.
Got off to a great start, being up 6-0. And they give it to the football team. They stayed this whole game. And right now, even with Stevenson doubling up Lake Zurich 60-30, they're cheering, finally sitting down. Some Marquez.
Henry Marquez in the stands.
I think he's doing the hump day routine. What day is it? Hump day.
And it did distract her.
Yeah, that's number 32, Teresa Bauman, 5'11 senior. Let's see what he does again. He's wearing sunglasses. Oh. This is an incredibly interesting thing going on. Oh, can't get her in that one. Free throw good by Bauman. And 45 seconds to go now. Aldrimick with the ball. Passes it to Steffens. 4 freshmen plus. Check that, all our freshmen out there right now. That's something else. 5 freshmen out there for a varsity basketball team here in January.
And that single point on the foul line breaks the Lake Zurich 8-minute and 45-second scoring drought.
That's not good. Not good.
I mean, I know you fall into some rough patches, but 8 minutes and 45 seconds is a rough Rough day.
Blackstock with the turnover on the last play. We're going to see a deep shot by number 31, Kelly Heffernan on the buzzer. But that's going to be the game. Stevenson couldn't double up the Bears, but a 60-31 victory. They should be taking that, and they should be quite happy with that. So once again, thanks for watching the webcast on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Cohn, and with my partner Jack Buddy, you just saw your Stevens Patriots beat the Lake Zurich Bears by a score of 60-31. Jack, what stood out to you in tonight's game?
All I gotta say is number 12, Skylar Blackstock, just the star of this Patriot squad. She can put up a shot down low. She's great on the fast break. She makes plays happen, and she's only a freshman. That's incredible for Stevenson.
If you had to pick one role player this evening for Stevenson who made an impact, who would that be?
Tonight, biggest impact from Stevenson, Ashley Richardson is definitely one I would call out for the books. She put up a great amount of points, and she kept this Stevenson team in the game.
So going back to our keys to the game that we had before the game, the first game was Stevenson as the mid.
Three rebounds in the game. You got to watch out for Delesk. She's one of those star players for Lake Zurich. She got a lot of defensive rebounds for Lake Zurich, and it ended in Stevenson favor in rebounds. They made those opportunities count, and they capitalized on all of them.
And the third key of the game was Stevenson has to know what's at stake as they're getting close to that conference championship just in 2 weeks, something they haven't won in a few years. And they came away and they dominated tonight's game against a team they should have dominated.
Yeah, just look at the score, 60-31. They doubled their score, proving why they are one of the best in the state and why they are the best in the conference. And that's pretty much all you have to say about that one, Steven.
A 20-win season now, once again on the books for Coach Tom Vaneen Jackson. Final stats.
And Skylar Blackstock, 14 points, 7 for 9, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 4 steals for her. For Lake Zurich in all, 14 turnovers, no assists, 31 points, 7 for 39.
And that's what you get from a team that was very selfish all game long. All they did was pass around the perimeter and try to make their own shots. That's not a way you get team victories here in high school basketball.
And NASCA, their only star arc shooter,
offense,
making 3 field goal 3-pointers out of 6 tries. And for Delesk, who's a team leader, 4 boards. DiVincenzo with 3. Bauman had 3. And she only played in the 4th quarter, which is pretty impressive. Top scorer for Lake Zurich, NASCA and Delesk, 8 points apiece. And Richardson for Stevenson, 11 points, 4 for 6, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Way 6 points, 7 rebounds. So she was a team leader in rebounds. That's why she helped out the Patriots in getting those rebounds throughout the game. 3 blocks. And all around, Stevenson just played their hearts out, as they do every single game. And this was an easy one to put in the books.
But if we're going to give a most valuable Patriots tonight, it's got to go to Skylar Blackstock, the freshman. We saw all 5 freshmen out there in the 4th quarter with 5 minutes left. And that means a bright future for a Stevenson team. But the leader of those 5 has to be the leader of those 5 freshmen has to be Skylar Blackstock. Very efficient, obviously a star, not afraid to take shots, and she had a big night, probably her best game so far this season. So lastly, a big thanks goes out to the sponsors, the WAS sponsors that weren't here this evening, Mr. Jason Carlson and Mr. Scott Williams. We miss you guys. And we can't forget about our stat guys tonight, Brett Sokol and Max Cohn. And don't forget about our SHS TV crew, Joe Pine and Brandon Weisner, the only guy that showed up this evening. And for Jack Buddy Bully and our crew, I'm Stephen Cohn. Good night, everyone. Stevenson takes this one from Lake Zurich, 60-31. Make sure to catch our broadcast next Friday at 7 p.m. on the Stevenson Broadcast Network as your Stevenson girls take on Mundelein. Have a great weekend, everyone, and go to Winterfest.